Journalist Lee Grant today at 5.
Oh, they told me you two would be in here. All right, you'll be happy to know that since Stan Hathaway admitted to the false attempt on Peter Nevin's life, the charges against you two have been dropped.
About time.
Come on, Derek, you knew we were innocent from the beginning.
No. You were at the scene of the crime and you had a motive.
Derek.
All's well that ends well, right?
Yeah, but it's not over.
The man who killed Nicole Kavanaugh and Walter Gant is dead. Case closed.
What about his dying words? They own this town. What does that mean?
When I figure that out, I'll tell you.
Peter Nevin's source is still limping around town.
Yeah, and obviously, he and Hathaway were working together. This guy is probably Hathaway's boss.
That's right. Nevins kept saying that there were two distinct voices on the phone.
The other voice being the limping man.
The helicopter pilot, perhaps?
I'm tracking down the helicopter, and yes, I thought that Hathaway and the limping man were working together. That crossed my mind.
Of course they were working together.
I realized a long time ago that the WMON takeover was a reason for Nicole's death, so that there'd be no one for the station to fall back on when Nevins was proved a liar.
And the limping man is behind it all, Derek.
And we are going to find him.
I'll be right over here if you need anything, Doctor.
We'll be fine.
Don't let the clean, scrubbed look fool you. Like to tore off my arm when we first put him in here.
Davey?
Who are you?
Well, my name is Miles Kavanaugh, and your mom asked me to come see you.
You a shrink?
No. No, have you talked to any shrinks at all?
No. No, the idea is just sort of scary is all.
Why is that?
Well, they play with your head, don't they? They take out what's there and they shove something else back in to fill up the space.
Well, that's an interesting view of the profession.
Yeah, right, I guess I shouldn't talk like that.
No, it's all right. You can say anything you like.
Swear words?
Absolutely, yes. If you think it's necessary, sure.
No. No, my mom would kill me. She didn't look so good when she was here before.
You know, she's really concerned about you, baby. So is your dad.
Yeah, I know. I feel terrible about all the trouble I caused them. Everybody else, too. Talk about trouble, boy, am I in it.
Why'd you do it, Davey?
Do what?
Well, you know, attack my car.
He deserved it. And worse. Peter Nevin's story was true. My car should be in jail, but he isn't. He isn't. It was a cover-up. It was a total cover-up. Peter Nevin's story...
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Dawn, the dishwashing liquid that takes grease out of your way, and by Safeguard deodorant soap. People like Safeguard so much it's always the smallest soap in the house.
Just because I rode away for a free bar of Safeguard doesn't mean everyone else can use it.
Give me a break, Dad. One try and I was hooked on the lather. Anyway, it's a free bar.
Yeah, why should you be the only one who gets all that Safeguard deodorant soap protection? I tried it. I liked it. I need it.
And don't forget, the fresh scent.
Well, what about these soaps you paid good money for?
They just don't have that combination of rich lather and great protection like Safeguard does. Here, it's a little small.
Better a small Safeguard than no Safeguard.
See for free how great Safeguard is. Write free Safeguard, Post Office Box 8000, Clinton, Iowa, for a bat-sized bar coupon. Then watch Safeguard become the smallest soap in your house.
I feel sick.
4 pancakes, 6 sausages, and 3 eggs are inclined to have an adverse effect on your body, Rich.
It's not the pancakes, it's all these greasy dishes. How are we ever gonna get them clean?
Let's not panic. We've got Dawn. Look, Dawn scatters grease. It fights hard to take grease out of the way, help keep it away. See, Don got the grease.
Look what I found on the moose.
So wash it.
After 4 million greasy dishes, this looks as good as the one you washed earlier. And my hands don't feel greasy. Grilled trout. Who's gonna clean them?
I clean the dishes.
And you clean the fishes.
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
This mysterious limping man, I wonder if he's not an associate of Alf Mayhew's over at Uninet. Maybe with or without Mayhew's help, he set up this scheme to take over WMON.
And Nicole found out about the scheme, so she was killed.
Walter Gantz got a little too close and he was killed.
Stan Hathaway screwed up and he was killed.
Well, we don't know that.
Oh, come on, Derek. Ropes just don't fall out of helicopters when people are hanging on to them for dear life.
How many people have to be killed before the police do something?
That's a cheap, lousy shot when my detectives are out there busting their butts on this.
All right, I'm sorry. It's just that with so many people getting killed, it's a little difficult for us to feel comfortable, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, murders don't help me sleep at night either.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to go over and talk to Alf Mayhew, personally. I'm going to try to get his cooperation. If he can identify the limping man, then I've got my case.
If he can identify the
And if he
man.
can't, then my detectives and I will have to work a little bit harder to get at the truth. But at any rate, you two are out of it.
You haven't found out why my study was bugged. At the same time, Hathaway went to work at WMON, have you? You haven't found out why Raven and I were publicly humiliated when they announced to the world that I was penniless, have you? And yet you expect us to just sit back and wait until your detectives are finished tripping over clues.
The answers to those questions are obviously wrapped up in this takeover attempt, and I will have the answers after I speak to somebody at Uninet. In the meantime, I suggest you two try to find yourselves gainful employment.
We are employed by Geraldine.
Check the mailbox when you get home. I think you're going to find a pink slip.
What are you talking about?
Your aunt promised me that once I found Nicole's killer, she would stop subsidizing your detective activities.
Well, all right. We've managed to save enough to live quite comfortably, thank you.
I wouldn't say comfortably.
What are you going to do when the savings runs out, huh?
But we're not helpless.
Professional Investigator's Manual. Get out of here.
We're ready after the third chapter.
Get out of here. Out!
My car should be in jail. It was a...
All right, calm down, all right? You okay?
I'm sorry.
It's all right. You just relax now.
Right, I don't usually behave like this. Just the corrupt politicians get me kind of angry.
I can see that.
You have to believe me. I'm sorry for attacking my car. I know that wasn't right.
Thank God nobody was hurt, right?
Yeah. But something should be done about Mr. Carr. It was a total cover-up.
Look, Davey, I'm happy to have had this chance to talk to you.
You're leaving?
Well, yeah, I got another appointment I gotta go to.
That's okay.
I'll be back for another visit, okay? I promise.
See you.
Don't you love it when they put you on hold and play this crummy music for you?
How do you spell handcuffs? One word or two?
One word. What are you up to?
I'm making a list of some things we need, like paper and paper clips and handcuffs and some brass knuckles. I wonder what size I wear.
Don't you think that's a bit premature? We haven't even taken a state exam yet.
Always be prepared. That's a detective's motto.
It's a Boy Scouts motto, sir. Oh, yes. Hello. Yes, finally. I would like to arrange for a round-trip ticket to Caracas, Venezuela. Yeah, an open-ended return. Coach. This trip is really going to make a huge dent in what we save from Geraldine's money.
Tell me about it. I'm down to my last 15 pairs of shoes.
Yes. Very good. Thank you.
Skylar, is all this going to be worth it?
It is if I can find Spencer, and he knows where my $40 million are.
So you get to go to South America, and I didn't even get a honeymoon.
If this works out, I'll take you for a trip around the world. How's that sound?
How long are you going to be gone?
As long as it takes.
since we've been married, we've never been apart, you know.
You gonna miss me?
Yeah. I don't want you to go.
Even if this does turn out to be a wild goose chase, I've got to try.
I suppose.
Well, I better get packing.
Be careful.
I'm only gonna go home.
You know what I mean. And I hope you packed your umbrella. It's the rainy season down there.
Yes, and I'll make sure I pack my galoshes, too. Go on.
Oh, by the way, you know that leather thing that's got all the straps and you beat people with that, you know, what's that called?
Blackjack.
Yeah.
One word.
All right, blackjack. I better get 2.
Stan Hathaway. He seemed so harmless.
He certainly had us all fooled, for a while anyway. The sad part is, though, that he killed Nicole just because she was in the way.
Of what?
Of the plot to build up Peter Nevins and then to disgrace him afterwards. To hurt WMLN so that Geraldine would want to sell it.
Why? Why go to such lengths for one stupid little television station? Why kill? Company like Uninet, my God, they're huge. They could buy any station they wanted. They could build a station of their own.
You're not the only one who's looking at question marks. And I'm hoping that Alf Mayhew can answer a few things.
Nicole is just an innocent bystander. Damn it!
I know it's senseless. So senseless, but all murder is senseless. I wanted you to know.
No, I'm sorry. I appreciate it. I do.
At least Nicole's murderer has paid with his own life.
Yeah. And even if that leaves some questions unanswered, I gotta tell you that I feel a certain satisfaction in that. Thank you for keeping your promise to me and to Nicole.
Yes.
Hi, Chief.
Hello, Doc.
Doc, they told me you'd be here.
Hello, Calvin.
Look, I'm on my way to Davy Oaks' arraignment, and I understand that you spoke with him?
Yeah, his mother asked me to see him.
Well, what do you think? I mean, has he got a screw loose or what?
If you're asking me, is he mentally competent, is he responsible for his actions, you know I can't answer that. I'm not a psychiatrist.
Well, do you think one should be called in?
Definitely. That's what I intend to tell his mother.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, attempted murder is attempted murder.
Sometimes it's not quite that simple, Derek.
Yeah, I suppose. At any rate, I will cooperate in any way I can.
Okay, the window's in. Now, which would you like painted on it?
Do we have to pay by the letter?
Good. Okay. Let's see. We're not detectives yet, so Schuyler and Raven. Raven Alexander Whitney and husband. Whitney and Whitney consultations.
Not bad. And not too wordy either. What do you people do exactly?
We consult.
Every Sunday when I was your age, your grandma sent me here for bread. This is where I stopped for a game.
Finished.
Hey, Danny.
Hey, Danny.
And right about here, I'd smell Grandma's sauce. Still terrific, Ma.
There's nothing like the taste of ragu spaghetti sauce. That's why for years, ragu has been a tradition at Sunday dinners.
This was a great place to grow up, right, Dad?
The best.
Ragu traditional spaghetti sauce for 3 generations. That's Italian.
The outdoor life can give you problem hair.
That's why I use Wella Balsam shampoo. Wella Balsam takes care of problem hair like no other shampoo I've tried.
Wella Balsam's exclusive oil-free formula eliminates dryness and flyaways. Laboratory tests against these fine shampoos prove Wella Balsam is superior in taking care of split ends.
Try Wella Balsam shampoo and Wella Balsam conditioner. You'll turn problem hair into beautiful hair.
Evidently, Nicole accidentally ended up in the middle of the whole damn thing. Hathaway needed her out of the way in order to set Peter Nevins up.
He didn't have to kill her.
He thought he did.
Well, knowing the truth and who did it doesn't make it any easier.
I know that.
Hey. Oh, preacher. Listen, I just, heard about the dude confessed, and, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, well, at least it's over now.
Yeah. Listen, Jody, could I have a minute with you to talk? I mean, if I'm not, like, in the way.
No, it's all right. You stay here. I can finish up my calls in the other room.
I want to say something, to start off, okay?
What?
If you yell, I'm gonna leave.
Baby, I'm not gonna yell, right?
Whitney and Whitney consultations, huh?
I figured that way we wouldn't fight over top billing.
Exactly, what is it that we're going to consult on?
I don't know. You do investments and I'll read palms, okay?
I think you better just stick to reading your exam book, huh?
No, I think we better go to the airport before you miss your flight.
Yeah, okay. Well, Whitney and Whitney consultations. It sounds impressive anyway.
I'd be more impressed if I got paid for the glass first.
Why don't you pay the nice man?
Why don't I pay him? I thought we had equal billing, Whitney and Whitney. What do I have to pay?
Take it out of petty cash.
Whole savings. Nothing but petty cash. Is this enough?
I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you can start.
Look, I didn't come here to fight with you, all right? I just want you to see what you're doing. Take a look at it.
What am I doing?
You've changed.
Why? Because I like to dance?
No, think about it. How would you feel if I dragged you down the video disco every night and ditched you while I hit on other chicks? How would you feel?
Well, if you want to do that, that's fine. That's up to you.
Wait a minute, I'm not buying that attitude, all right?
Preacher, you're a grown-up, okay? You are free to do whatever you want.
You know what I want? Is I want to be with you more than anything.
So?
So I don't need some dude like Robbie Hamlin shaking
Here
things
we go
up.
with Robbie Hamlin again. Well, preacher, you can't tell me who I can and cannot see.
Well, then who can?
Nobody.
Just chill out for a minute.
I have a play to do.
Just wait. Now, what are you doing tonight after the play? Do you know what you're doing?
No, I haven't decided yet. Of course, if I feel like it, then, I'll probably go dancing because that's probably what would be best for me.
What are you talking? What is the matter with you, anyway?
Strangest thing just happened.
Yeah, what's that?
Second time in 2 days. The secretary rushed in, convinced her boss was out to get her.
Maybe her boss is out to get her, man.
Do you eat out of your sink? Of course not. But with so many foods around my sink, I cometize it. That means I clean and disinfect it. Only Comet has chlorinol, so it cleans tough, greasy food stains better than other leading cleansers and wipes out up to 99% of household germs. See? Disinfects as it cleans. With other cleansers, you can't be sure. I don't trust my sink to any other cleanser.
Don't compromise. Cometize.
For many of the discomforts that trouble your stomach,
indigestion,
there's one thing to remember for relief. Pepto-Bismol.
Upset stomach.
Pepto-Bismol.
Diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol. It coats, soothes, relieves. For all these stomach discomforts, there's one thing to remember for relief. Pepto-Bismol.
Fresh ground cinnamon. It makes a delicious difference in my cinnamon rolls. I'm Mrs. Olson. You know, the right ingredients are so important in good cooking. That's why Folgers is good cooking. It has that just right, delicious ingredient, mountain-grown coffee. The richest kind. Delicious. Now that's mountain-grown coffee. Folgers is good cooking.
Chief, I am telling you, I am absolutely convinced that there's something wrong at the video disco.
Yeah, like what?
Like that missing electronic equipment.
Hey, look, Arthur Atchison is not the most reputable street contact we have.
No, but he is accurate. And what about Davy Oaks? I mean, you get this nice, typical little kid. He starts going to that disco, and all of a sudden he's attacking the DA.
Look, like Miles said, we're not psychiatrists, and we don't know what's going through Davy Oaks' mind.
Okay. What about Robbie Hamlin?
I gave up what about him? I mean, specifically.
All right. We got $2 million worth of an electronic equipment that disappears from San Jose, and so does Hamlin. He shows up here with a politician smile and a new job. Now, how do you get references when you're suspected of being a thief? I call him in here for an interrogation. He comes on like my best friend. I'm telling you, the man is just too cool for comfort.
Yeah, but there's nothing that ties all this together.
Yeah, but...
But what? But you're not happy. Look, I've known you long enough that I trust your instincts. Is something you want?
I don't know, Chief. I'm just at a dead end.
Want me to authorize an undercover operation?
Well, I did. Except that all the detectives we've got would stick out like a sore thumb in that disco, and I had a civilian candidate, but that fell through.
Well, fine. Something else. Make it work. You know I'll back you up.
Thanks. I'll try.
Did you pack your hiking boots? What about the mosquito repellent?
Yes, and I packed my bat and my glove. Honey, I'm not going out to summer camp.
When are you going to call?
As soon as I get down to Managua.
When are you going to call after that?
When I get to the little town where Spencer is.
And when after that?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get to a phone. We're going to have to play it by ear.
I'm going to be so lonely.
Well, study for the state exam, and you can keep an eye on Derek's investigation of Uninet.
What about the ISIS building?
Stay away from there.
What if I have a headache and I have to go see Miles?
Honey, that's not what I mean, and you know it's not what I mean. I don't want you going on an investigation like that by yourself. It's too dangerous.
I'll take Asta.
Honey, I want you to promise me that you'll stay out of trouble.
Well, what about Schenkner, Uckner, and Glick, those people moving into that building?
They're not in the building. They're bankrupt. They're gone. Promise.
Well, Peter Nevin's source first told us that, and Peter Nevin's source drives a green van, and there are 24 green vans in the basement
We
of the
will
ISIS.
investigate that coincidence when I get back. Now, promise me.
All right, I'll be good.
Good. I'm gonna miss you.
Good, then you'll be back sooner.
I'll be back just the moment that I can.
Well, if you don't, I'm going to come grab you and take you back.
Flight 46 to New York will depart from Gate 6.
Listen, tell me what it is exactly that you want me to do. And I'll think about it and I'll let you know.
All right, fair enough. Preacher, my man, have yourself a seat.
I'm Ed Hines from Curity, and we make sleepers. I knew their details made a big difference in comfort and quality, but I wanted to make sure, so I had these made. And you know what? Curity's fabric is not only soft, it's sturdy. And these vinyl soles really don't skid. And this triple-stitched elastic really keeps a guy's pants up.
We put extra detail into everything we make, which is why the best reasons for Curity sleepers and bedding are little ones.
In these, I could sleep like a baby.
So you're saying I'll make more money if I use cheaper ingredients and fillers?
Yes, you will.
No, I won't. Young man, you might know bookkeeping, but you don't know a thing about Hillshire Farm smoked sausage. People buy my smoked sausage in Polska, Kielbasa, because I make it with farm fresh cuts of pork and beef, hand-trimmed, lean and tender.
Dinner's ready.
Quality meat makes Hillshire Farm
Delicious. I wouldn't change a thing.
Hillshire Farm, America's favorite smoked sausage.
On General Hospital.
Oh, Grant, I can't think of anything more wonderful than having your children.
But as Celia makes plans for the future, Grant knows that he faces the deadliest mission of all. General Hospital.
Flight 52 now leaving from Gate 9.
That's the last call. I better hurry. I'm gonna miss my flight.
I don't care.
You don't care if I don't find Spencer and don't come up with $40 million?
Get out of here.
Okay, now you promised me you'd be good.
All right, all right. I'll just sit around and put red fingernail polish on and make myself real pretty for when you come in.
Raven.
Yes, I promise. Okay. Be careful. Yes, hello, the ISIS building. Right. I would like to talk to somebody about renting an office there.
So you're trying to make me a deputy. Now, all I gotta do is hang out at the video disco and look for stolen equipment?
Or anything suspicious at all?
You know, there's a storeroom I'd love to check out.
You think you could, get a job there?
I don't know, man. That's real tough. Be tricky.
Yeah, well, I've seen you in action before, Preacher. I'm sure you'll come up with something plausible.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go down there and check it out and see what I can hook up. If it works out, well, then I'll hand over all my responsibilities as a stage manager for the play to my assistant.
That mean you'll do it?
I'll give it a try.
Thanks. What made you change your mind?
Let's just say it's personal reasons.
Forget your books, Ed.
No homework.
Where's all your stuff?
In my Flex 3 notebook.
What's a Flex 3?
A notebook with 3 expandable pockets to hold a full day's work and keep it organized. A 3-subject wire bound, too, and a Velcro closure.
Let her rip. You stuff all that in that skinny notebook.
It's light enough to carry anywhere.
Heavyweights know how to travel light.
Good grades, team captain, and now this.
The Flex 3 notebook. Also, the Flex 3 carry-all with 3 expandable pockets and Velcro closure. Made by Mead, of course.
If you love to fry, here's good news from Wesson. No matter how crispy you like your chicken.
A whole lot of crispy.
I guess you'd call it lightly crispy.
No matter how crispy,
Not just crispy, super crispy.
Wesson keeps it juicy inside. Lightly crispy, extra crispy, even super crispy. That crisp Wesson crust seals in the juicy flavor. So no matter how crispy you like your chicken.
Am I eating fried chicken or am I in heaven?
Wesson keeps it juicy inside.
Tonight at 8, 7 Central and Mountain, James Bond's wedding must wait until he defuses Spectre's plan to poison the world in On Her Majesty's Secret Service on the ABC Monday Night Movie. Parental discretion advised. And tomorrow, Janet and Terry help Jack make hash of a scheming cook's plan to take over the bistro on Three's Company. Then the boss wants to know what Violet's been doing in the executive steam room on 9 to 5. After, a treasure hunter makes the hearts fair game when they stumble onto his mountain of gold on Heart to Heart.
News is really a mirror held up to society. It shows us who we are, how we are, and what we're doing.
We bring you face to face with the world. ABC's World News Tonight, weeknights with Peter Jennings.
Prices in all. Get details at Pathmark. Then save on items by Kraft. Get mayonnaise $1.29. Miracle Whip $1.39. Grape jelly 99 cents. Macaroni and cheese dinners 3 for 99 cents. And don't miss our big motor oil sale starting Wednesday, August 31st.
Pathmark is having a birthday, 15 years of savings overall.
Several years ago, EPT, in-home early pregnancy test, was introduced. It was the first test. It's still the leading test. Now over 6 million women have used EPT. It's easy. Research proves you can do an EPT as accurately as a lab technician. Use exactly as directed, see your doctor as recommended, and it's as accurate as many hospital and lab tests. EPT. In-home early pregnancy test offers us women important health advantages and gives us women peace of mind.